Hello and welcome back to another edition of the Irving Art Center Virtual Jumpstart program. So this is for the month of July and we are all about fireworks today. So supplies to assemble, you'll just need simple white glue, any kind, table salt, very easy, and then paint. So red, white, and blue paint. I just had this acrylic around my house, but you can use any kind of red, white, and blue paint. I didn't have white, so I'm going to use white watercolor. That'll work just fine because we're going to water it down. I have little cups of water that we're going to use to put our paint into. You can also use food coloring if you don't have any paint. So this will work just fine. Now I have these droppers just because I have a closet of fun things. So if you don't have droppers, because we're going to squirt the paint on later, you can also use straws where you can just grab the water up and you hold it and then you let it go. You can also just use a really saturated, wet paintbrush, and I will show you how to do that. So next you're going to get your paper. So I chose black. This is what the finished one looks like. So I chose black because fireworks are usually done at nighttime. So this is your night sky. But you can also do a white, you can do blue if you want your fireworks to be in the daytime. So it's totally up to you. And I was having a little bit of fun with the fireworks, so I started playing around with painting with toilet paper too. So this is what I came up with. Those were kind of fun too. So I'll tell you what I did there. I just took some toilet paper tubes here and I cut them halfway down, and then I squished them flat like that and onto a paper plate, and I put paint down, and then I just had a little bit of fun on the paper. So that might be something that you might want to do too. And they look kind of fun when they're finished. So we'll get started. So here's my black paper and my white glue, and here I go. So I'm just going to have fun with shapes. So I'm just drawing with my glue. And I'm making just some fun, crazy, you know how fireworks just burst. So that's what I'm doing there. I'm just drawing it on there. And I'll make this one a little smaller. There's no wrong way to do this. And you know how fireworks, when they're in the sky, they just kind of overlap each other? So that's what we're doing here. So, and you could still keep going back and adding more if you feel like you didn't make your fireworks quite as big as you wanted them to be. So once I have my basic pattern down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it flat, and I'm just going to pour my salt onto the glue. So it's really going to go all over the paper. You might want to do this, cover your surface just so you don't get salt everywhere. It's not terribly messy, but it is a little bit. That kind of makes it fun now. So I have a nice coating of salt. So what we're doing here is that salt is just going to stick into all that glue, and then it's going to stand up off your paper. You know, you could also make snowflakes like this in the winter time. That kind of sounds nice right now, doesn't it? So in these cups, what I've done is I have water, and then I've just added a little bit of paint, and then I mixed it up with a paintbrush. And like this is my red. So what I'm going to do with my dropper, and you can also do this with a paintbrush or a straw. So see how I've kind of sucked it up in the tube? And what I'm going to do is just drop it right onto the salt, and see how it just kind of goes everywhere. It's really fun. Now I'm going to play with the blue. There's my blue. I've already got it ready. And then I'm just dropping those in there. Now I'm kind of holding mine up so you can see everything, but if you've got it flat, it won't flow so much. It'll stay right in that glue. And then I think what I'm going to do with my white is when I get it wet, I may just kind of splatter that around. So have you ever done this where you just kind of tap it? You could get a bigger brush too, but you're just kind of tapping it, because when the glue dries, it'll be clear, so you won't see that white so much. You'll still see a little bit, but not quite as much. But if you tap some white on there, it's going to stay, and you're going to have little white specks from the sparkles. Now, I don't have any glitter in my house, but glitter would be really fun to add to this. So you could drop some glitter into the glue while it's still wet and be really fun. So this is, after it's dry, you're going to shake off the salt, the excess, but quite a bit stays on there, and it's really fun to do. Or make some with the toilet paper tubes if you want to have that bit of fun. I also kind of went crazy with fireworks ideas. So you could take a toilet paper tube and you could cut out just different kinds of paper and foil and make a little fireworks. And you could cover this with markers or crayons and make it really fun. Or you could even take little pieces of red or blue. What I did was I just took a little strip of paper and I rolled it up and I taped it, and then I put yarn on the top. It makes like a little firecracker. So you could do that. You could have fun with that and use pipe cleaners or twine, whatever you have, to make little firecrackers to put around to decorate. So I hope you have fun, and happy 4th of July.